Espresso got a massive buff here in the latest update for CookieRunKingdom, so in today's video, we're going to be putting him to the test and seeing just how broken he absolutely is. Diving right in, ladies and gentlemen, as you guys can see here, we've got Espresso Cookie at a max level 70, and not only that, a max 5-star promotion. Not only that, Espresso got one of the brand new magic candies added into the game, so his skill has been modified. Check it out, it says perfect extraction on a 15-second cooldown. It says precise and even grinding is key for magically delicious coffee. A giant whirlwind inflicts serial area damage to enemies and pulls them even from afar to its center, even if they are resistant to interrupting effects. The final burst inflicts injury and may interrupt skills. While Espresso Cookie is utilizing his skill, he will briefly become resistant to interrupting effects, and then damage is going to be relative to max HP. However, it is capped at 300,000. The additional information here is going to be the extra damage on the final hit. It says single hit damage if the enemy is cookies is going to be 280.8% plus an additional 3.6% fixed damage relative to max HP. Single hit damage if the enemy is not cookies is just going to be a base 232.6%. The injury debuff being applied here is going to be max HP minus, 8.7%, and then it's going to be based on max HP at the start of the battle. It's going to last for 20 seconds, and injury cannot reduce max HP by more than 25%. If you guys can't already tell, this is absolutely making, Espresso broken. I mean, essentially, he's getting a mega buff to his overall damage, his overall range. He's adding the ability to have now true damage applied to his skill, which essentially just ignores the enemy's defense if they are cookies. Third thing here we've got, that's going to be now a debuff being applied to the enemies. That's going to be injury, very similar to Dark Cacao, essentially reducing the enemy's max HP, basically the amount that they can heal up for the entire round. And last but not least here, if once you level up the magic candy to level 10 and we get the very new effect, that's going to be here at plus 10. Stun on final hit of 1.25 seconds. And it's going to be doing 325% of extra damage to targets immune to stun. So on top of everything that we just talked about, how broken Espresso is, utilizing this magic candy, let's just add to it, right? Let's just now give him a stun and additional damage being done to enemies that are immune to stun. Absolutely insane. Diving into Espresso's toppings, we're going to be running a full searing raspberry set. Honestly, he's going to be focused on doing as much damage and attack as possible, so you want to make sure you're running full searing raspberries, with the only exception being maybe top tier arena, where everybody's pretty much running solid almonds on every single cookie. Then you might want to be swapping over to solid almonds at that point. But for the general population and the players in the game, you're going to be running a full searing raspberry set. And then as far as overall substats go here, obviously you want to focus on the three main ones for most content. That's going to be the additional attack, damage resistance, and then not only that, a little bit of cooldown would never hurt him. For the overall top tier arena, you probably want to focus on a little bit more damage resist overall, within maybe a little bit of crit resist here as well, because again, you want to make sure he does stay alive. And at that top tier arena, you're going to be running into some super tanky teams and or high dealing damage teams. Alrighty, so diving into some overall gameplay, we're going to be testing out Espresso Cookie here on Dark Mode 11-2. And really here, the reason why we're doing this specific stage is because there are a lot of enemies that get summoned via these waves, and I think this is just a perfect example for us to take a look at how good Espresso is, alright? So with that being said, let's dive in. Alrighty, so officially diving in here to stage 11-2, let's check it out and see exactly how his mechanic works at a one-time speed. So he pops off his skill, obviously does a pretty good job sucking everybody in. Ooh, okay, so he had no problem killing them with a full searing raspberry set on. One thing I have noticed here is, check this out. So we're already sitting in this wave a couple of seconds before he has his cooldown up. So maybe getting a little bit of extra cooldown might not be bad via the substats. You can see that the remaining enemies that did not die do have that injury debuff being applied. You can see that by the little red section on the health bar. But again, no problems whatsoever. The guy is able to handle it. Also, not only that, I brought Pure Vanilla Cookie and Herb here just so he can obviously stay alive. All right, so that poison is just doing insane amounts of work. He's having no problems killing these guys, though, which, again, I absolutely expected. But all right, so let's see. Can he pull these back line in, too, when he pops it off? Oh, yeah, he can. Okay, he actually summons it way back there and then pulls the front line. Very nice. And you got to see that stun there as well. Yeah, dude, they've made him absolutely busted with all the mechanics and modifications to his skill now once you have that magic candy, especially at +10 to offer that stun. All right, so the overall damage being done here, let's just check it out. Let's just take a peek. So the overall damage being done here is going to be 5 million, dude. Very nice. Alrighty, so then officially diving into some PvP here, testing out Espresso Cookie. We're going to be running that brand new composition utilizing Financier, Espresso, and also Vampire. As you can see here, we've got Financier and Wildberry Cookie here in the front line. We've got Espresso and Pomegranate in the center, and then we've got Vampire in the back. As far as all three individual treasures go, we're going to be running the Old Pilgrim Scroll, the Monocle for the overall cleanse, and then the Jelly Watch for the overall cooldown. Now, diving into the overall toppings, we've got Wildberry Cookie coming in at a solid almond set. Now, Wildberry Cookie, very simplistic. We're just going to be stacking as much damage resistance as we possibly can to aid in his overall survivability. The next one, and that's going to be Financier. Financier is going to be running another solid almond set. Again, we're just trying to stack as much damage resistance. However, it's been discovered that a little bit of cooldown is also going to be recommended here for Financier, especially in the arena, because again, you want to make sure that she can utilize her skill as often as possible, protecting your, highest damage dealer. The third cookie we've got, that's going to be Pomegranate, running a full Swift Chocolate set. Again, mine's going to be kind of balanced. I'm trying to, get a decent amount of damage resistance alongside maintaining a good amount of cooldown so she can utilize her skill more often for that attack buff and also the additional healing. The fourth cookie we've got, that's going to be Espresso. We're going to be running that same exact Searing Raspberry set. We've got 27.4% damage resistance, hardly nothing for the overall cooldown. We've got 11.7% crit resist, and then a 45% on the overall attack. And then last but not least here we've got, that's going to be Vampire Cookie. I've got two different Searing Raspberry builds here. This was my original old set that I used for Guild Boss Battle, and then this one here is actually going to be designed for the overall arena. We've stacked a little bit more attack. However, our damage resistance is what's going to be different here. We've got 12.1% compared to my 2.2% on my first set. Look at that win, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go, dude. All right, checking out the overall stats here. Look at this. Dude, 5 million on Wildberry Cookie, 1 million here on Financier. We got 5.5 million on Espresso, dude. And we've got 1.1 million over here on Vampire. Absolutely insane. Alrighty, so then diving into a PvP match, we're going to be going up against this member here. It's just going to be currently on my arena list. Alrighty, so then diving into an arena match, we're going to be going up against this team here, just randomly on my arena list to beat. But you can see they're going to be running, it looks to be a double tank, or not only that, I'm betting that it's going to be Wildberry Cookie and Caramel Arrow here, Eclair, Frost Queen, and then also Cotton. And then down here, they're going to be running the Old Pilgrim Scroll, the Jelly Watch, and then also the Revive Feather. Alrighty, so officially diving into the overall match here. Ooh, it is Dark Cacao. Okay, so it is a double front. I'm very curious to see how good Frost Queen is with shutting us down, or if we can obviously have this in the bag. I'm not sure. The freeze is going to mess with our rotation a little bit on our overall cookies, but ideally here, if we can snipe that back line, which Cotton is still hanging on. Now, we were able to bop, it looks to be both of Eclair and Frost Queen is dead, so we got the win. Very nice. Alrighty, so then taking a look at the overall damage numbers. Ooh, look at this. Look at this, 4.1 million, dude, and that's just going to show that Espresso is absolutely insane. Alrighty, so I've got time for one more match in this video, and I want to test this out. Now, this is going to be a very weird mixy team, and not only that, they've got 100,000 more attack power than I do, and they're going to be running a T-Knight composition. Now, my question is, do we have enough damage, okay, to then bop off these individual team members and then get the overall win, or do we bite off more than we can chew? Let's try it out. Alrighty, I'm kind of nervous here. They've got SEAFAIRY and Frost Queen. All right, let's see what happens. Can we get their cotton? Can we bop their cotton from the very back? All right, the first rotation. Ooh, they almost took us all out. The damage is insane. I don't know if we've got enough damage resistance here on our cookies in order to survive it, but we'll see. We might get lucky. We might be able to pull it out. And not only that, we got to remember, too, as cookies die, T-Knight gets stronger with the overall insignia. So I don't know if we're going to be able to survive his buffs, but maybe with the extra stun with Espresso and Wildberry, we can take him out. Ooh, he's working on us. There goes his invulnerability. Ooh, come on, Espresso. Survive. Oh, we got the win. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Ooh, look at this once again, man. Wildberry, Cookie, and Espresso just holding it down. Dude, we've got 2 million here on Wildberry. We got 4 million once again on Espresso, dude. Very nice. And with that being said, that's going to wrap up our video for today on checking out Espresso at max level 60, a 1-star ascension, and not only that, a +10 magic candy. Yeah, you already know the answer. He's absolutely broken. Get in here and build him if you have not done so already. The most recent update, he just got a massive buff, and I would honestly argue he's probably right now in the game currently the best AoE damage, especially when it comes to just covering the entire board and just, you know, pretty much doing insane damage, no matter if it's going to be PvP and or PvE. You guys let me know what your thoughts are down below. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe here on the channel for everything Cookie Run Kingdom related as I cover it all. And not only that, don't forget we've got a Discord. That link is provided down below. So if you have any additional questions or need some additional help, we would love to have you over there. But with that being said, as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.